Be prepared. This book is the red pill of innovation. You can never unsee what I'm going to reveal. The real world of innovation is not what it seems, and certainly not what I'd been taught in school. My story of unraveling the matrix began the summer of my junior year in college, when I had the opportunity to do an engineering internship at a major car manufacturer about developing and launching new products. At the time in 1985, the manufacturer was launching a new version of a popular car line, and they'd discovered a problem. 43% of the newly designed rear-view mirrors would pop out of their holder when the weather got too hot and humid. The key culprit seemed to be the polymer case holding the mirror. It was sensitive to swings in the ambient temperature. The problem started during the manufacturing of the cases. The polymer base would trap moisture from the surrounding environment of the plant when it was being molded, and then when the temperature got too hot, this would cause the case to expand too much, and the mirrors would drop out. You'd get into the car, go to start the engine, look up, and the mirror would be missing. It was sitting on the dashboard. A simple solution would have been a more expensive polymer or an adhesive, but the manufacturer did not want to spend the extra money. By the time the manufacturer had discovered the problem, cars were already on the assembly line and in the customer's hands. Now they were getting warranty claims. When my internship started, the engineers had been working on the issue for a few months without any real success, so they decided to use it as a case study for the interns. My job, as I saw it, was to identify the problem and find the solution. Simple enough. Immediately, I started looking at the problem in terms of the exception to the rule. What was different in the 40% of cars where this anomaly occurred? The Atlanta plant was having a significant problem because of the humid climate. Could we air condition the plant? No. Doing this would increase the costs significantly, negating the manufacturer's original purpose of cost savings. Next, I toured the plant manufacturing the mirrors. They had a huge injection molding machine the size of a half-ton truck that melted plastic pellets and cast them into molds. Then the mirrors came out of the machine 16 at a time, were hand-inspected, trimmed for flash, and hit the assembly line where they were popped into their cases by workers on the production line. I realized that the mirrors were popped into their cases while they were still warm. So I suggested a longer drying process. But this created assembly line issues and again increased costs. There was a lot of back and forth on my part, a lot of trial and error. Finally, I thought I had a solution. I adjusted the chemical composition of the plastic so the case stopped changing so much in the face of the moisture. Eureka! It seemed that I had a solution. Right away, the mirrors stopped popping out of their cases in the humidity. My success was short-lived. Now, when the weather got too cold, the mirrors contracted and cracked the glass lens. Why couldn't I solve this problem? What was I doing wrong? This was way different than what I was learning at school, where every problem had one unique and exact answer. It seemed every new solution created a new problem or added a new procedure that made the price skyrocket. I was chasing my tail. Each time I solved one problem, I caused another. Every time I felt like I'd made progress, I realized, oh my God, I've traded one problem for another. It always felt like I was one prototype away from the answer, yet I never got any closer to solving the problem. My problem was unclear to me at the time. The training I relied on hampered any real progress. What's the difference between an inventor and an innovator? An inventor discovers something completely new. It's patentable. It solves one problem for one person. An inventor creates something that has never been done before. Inventors tend to be academically smart, and they value the uniqueness of their idea above all else. But they usually have no idea how their invention is going to help anybody. A Segway is a good example of an invention. It's a completely new idea, but it hasn't been widely adopted or accepted because it doesn't solve a problem on a large scale.